Well, good Wednesday morning. Welcome to the WLBB Community Voice here on News Talk 1330, FM 106.3, streaming live online at newstalk1330.com. This morning, we are on the News Talk 1330 WLBB Facebook page. Introduce you to my guest here in just a second. My name is Colin Worthington. As you know, many schools here in West Georgia start on Friday, that one day before the weekend, I guess, just to kind of get everybody in there and just get them oriented before they focus and crack down on the books on Monday. But Carrollton City Schools, they start on Monday as well. Yesterday we had Carroll County School Superintendent Scott Coward on the show. Today we've got Carrollton City Schools Superintendent Mark Albertus. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Thanks for having us.
Absolutely. Appreciate I enjoy doing this show every year, just kind of recap the previous year and
yes,
what you guys are looking forward to the coming year. So how many students will be in that one little corner of Carrollton on Friday?
We're just over 5,800 students. And, we've steadily grown over the years, and, as our community has grown, our town and our region, and we pride ourselves of keeping up with that growth, but making the growth, just incorporating it and making our schools feel as small as possible.
I asked Scott this question yesterday. So do you see a lot of like kindergartners and preschool kids that are kind of anxious and nervous? I mean, you get to tear them away from their parents on some of that first day?
That's right. Yeah, that's just part of, the life cycle of a young family and everything, and we're sensitive to that. We've really tried to put in place some measures through the years to try to accommodate that. We know it's a special time, first and foremost, for the families, but then also, there's a lot of anxiety on both the child and the parents' part. One thing we've done is we really tried hard to, have, really strong parent conferences before the school starts, so the kids can come in with their parents and meet their teachers, and they can ask questions and whatnot. But then how we structure the first day of school is important too. We have a staggered, drop-off, or rather walk-in schedule where, the whole first morning is focused on that event of dropping your child off. So we have different time periods where parents can come in. They don't all have to converge on one half an hour allotment of time. They come in over a 3-hour period, and we really try to make it a special time and be able for them to come in and the traffic being manageable and being able to park and walk in and not be so stressful that everybody converges on the same time. And I think the kids realize that too when it's a more calm kind of entry into the school, and the teachers are there out in the hallway to greet them and bring them in and have them meet some of their friends in their classes, and then parents feel more comfortable. But you do have some of the ones, holding on to parents' legs and stuff, and we work through that, and the parents are always very flexible and accommodating.
And I do have to remind everybody, I mean, some people who don't have kids may not just realize the school's going to start on Friday. I mean, traffic's going to pick up here. I mean, I can, sometimes I'll sneak out of the office about 7:45 and go to Chick-fil-A, and I can actually get something through the line there.
Yes, sir.
Once Friday hits, I mean, it's going to be there's a lot of traffic out there again.
Yeah, we really are intentional about communicating on the front end about the traffic plan. Really try to explain to everybody all the different routes in and out of the school and the patterns, and then also encourage them to understand that after this, second or third day, it's really going to drop as far as the amount of pressure on the drop off and pickup, and so it'll kind of shake out. Everybody will get their routine down of when to leave and what route to take, and it will really calm down. It's just, everybody, to include the school officials, everybody have some patience, just let it shake out a little bit.
Every year, the House and the Senate, State House and Senate, they do some things for the schools. They always address an issue with the schools. This year they passed a bill getting rid of personal smart devices for kids. I guess it was K through 8.
Yes, sir.
That's the mandate. But you guys take it a little bit further this year.
Yes, sir. This is something that's affecting everybody, not only in the state of Georgia, but nationally and worldwide. You can read the different articles, white papers that they're writing on it, and also the books and different things. And then also you just have to look in your own family or your own community where these the technology we have today is incredible, and it's really helped us in so many parts of our lives. It's helped us stay connected with family and friends and everything, but also it can be distracting. And for most adults, we've kind of figured out how to use our smart devices to help our personal lives and our professional lives, but you really do need to understand the etiquette of when and where to use it, and we all have those types of etiquette practices within our jobs. I think it's our job as educators now to help our kids understand when and where to use these things. As you said, they passed a bill to very much limit and get the smart devices, the personal smart devices, out of the hands of kids during school for K through 8, and we're obviously going to adhere to that and whatnot. But we're also, going to tighten down on our policy at the high school. We've always had where individual teachers can, control their classrooms, or whether they allow kids to use their smart devices during the class day, and we've kind of evolved over time. We kind of started that policy when we kind of had a bring your own smart device to school. But now, with the support of the school board and the community, now we have Chromebooks, that we have one-to-one Chromebooks, and every class has a set of Chromebooks. So every child in the school has access to a Chromebook, basically a laptop, every class of the day. And so we don't need kids to bring smart devices anymore, and so many times it's a distraction because they're not on task, they're looking at their phone. So we're just tightening that up, and we will, at the high school, all the kids will come into class and put their phones in a cell phone caddy at the front of the class, and then they'll retrieve it at the end. They can text and use their phones at class break, in between classes, and also at lunch, and before and after school, so they can communicate. And we feel this is a way of helping them kind of be distraction free during the learning period, and also explaining to them that as they get into adulthood, that they've got to have the discipline to know when to use them, when to not use them on their own, because phones are here to stay. They're here to stay.
What?
So we've got to help them, and it's kind of a balancing act.
And I was wondering if there's the intent there to teach a life lesson as well when they're adults, because what you expect to see after the first year of that not that happening. If them not having access. I mean, are we going to see grades go up dramatically, or what? What's
Well, I can tell you that their focus on the what's going on in the classroom is going to be there's going to be much more of a focus. So if you're asking me to show you empirical data,
I want to see it. I want to see all the kids with C's last year had B's.
That's right.
Yeah.
But I can tell you that when I'm not on my phone during this interview, I'm much more locked in to what we're doing and what we're trying to accomplish here, if that makes sense.
Mark Albertus, our guest on this morning's Community Voice program, Superintendent of Schools for Carrollton City. Before we do take our first break, yesterday you guys had a big shindig for the teachers and welcoming everybody back. You want to tell us a little bit about that? Yeah,
we really look forward to that every year. First week of pre-planning, we bring everybody together. I'm talking all employees for about an hour, and we bring them together and we celebrate. We celebrate all the children that have been born to our employees. We celebrate degrees that have been achieved during that year. We have a video that looks back on the last year and all the highlights and all the great things. And it's really an uplifting time. Our school board is there, and Mr. Godwin, our chair, spoke on behalf of the school board. We also had Miss Christy Garrett, our state school representative, school board representative there, and then we always try to have an inspirational speaker. And yesterday we were fortunate enough to have Miss Monica Kaufman Pearson, who was with WSB for 36 years, and for a lot of us that are in middle age, we kind of grew up with her being the news, Atlanta news, and so she had a really inspiring message about what education has meant to her and what she's tried to do to support education in the state of Georgia, and hopeful, giving the teachers some inspiration and encouragement as they embark on their next year. So it's really uplifting, and everybody comes together to celebrate a new year and kick it off right.
Yeah, I went last year. I mean, I felt it. I felt the teachers were excited to get it started after seeing that. And you recognize milestones and things like that as well.
Yes, sir.
Time right now is 8:40. We'll take our first break, come back and continue our conversation with Superintendent of the Carrollton City Schools District, Mark Albertus. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to post those to the News Talk 1330 WLBB Facebook page, and I'll take a look at those during the break and share them with our guest. Community Voice brought to you by Tanner Health and Oak Mountain Academy.
Imagine a place where every heartbeat is monitored with the utmost care, where emergencies are met with swift attention, and where cutting-edge technology enables precise and timely treatments. At Tanner Health, every patient's journey is a testament to resilience, a story of strength, healing, and hope. We go beyond treatment to redefine what compassionate care truly means. That's Tanner Health. That's care redefined. Learn more at tanner.org.
Do the math. At Oak Mountain Academy, our average graduating class has just 12 students. We celebrate a 100% graduation rate with more than $10.5 million in college scholarships offered. Plus, 96% of our students are accepted into their top choice college. Do the math. Can you see the value of an OMA education? I'm Patrick Uran, head of school at Oak Mountain Academy, and I'm here to help you do the math. For more information, visit us at oakmountain.us so that you can discover your journey on the mountain, where every path leads to purpose.
Time right now is 8:41. Welcome back to the WLBB Community Voice program. My name is Colin Worthington. My guest is Mark Albertus, Superintendent of City Schools, Carrollton City Schools System. Appreciate questions and comments. You guys can put those on the News Talk 1330 WLBB Facebook page. Bridget Stewart checked in. She says, so blessed to live in a community with amazing schools, teachers, and leaders. Carrollton City Schools has been a blessing for my two. Go Trojans. And Brian Preston, you may be familiar with him.
Yes,
guy's
sir.
all over the place. And,
yes, sir.
Also a great speaker. You could have had him on.
That's right. We'll get him in future years.
He says we have great superintendents in our community, as in as in maybe three. Yeah, four. We'll call four in our community. Again, Mark Albertus, our guest on this morning's Community Voice. Any new principals for any of the schools this year, assistant principals that parents are going to look forward to meeting?
Yeah, we had a retirement of Dr. Anna Clifton, and so we promoted, and she did a great job for us for so many years, and we're going to miss Dr. Clifton, but we promoted Dr. Kylie Carroll, that was at the elementary school for 8 years. She did a great job at the elementary school, and so Mrs. Courtney Walker, who was basically our guidance and curriculum AP at the high school for many years, she has taken over the elementary school as principal, and she's really started off on a great footing, and she is excited, and the staff's excited to continue on with the great work that they're doing there. So she's actually originally from Bowden. She grew up in Bowden, and she is she's Mayor Saxon's daughter, who is the mayor of Bowden, and so it's great. She understands the community, and she's just basically just a strong, energetic leader that we're excited to have her on board.
Is it always better that you can pull those leaders from within your own organization?
Yeah, we try to kind of adhere to a 75-25 rule, and it's not exact, but we try hard to hire within and promote from within 75% of the time. I think that builds. We try to build capacity within our organization, and we try to mentor and coach those to aspire to take on bigger roles. But then also it's very good to have folks from outside of the organization to come in and give fresh perspective and fresh ideas, and that's what we want. When we bring people on, I always tell them, please keep a running list, and I want to talk with you, every 3 months about what do you see that we can improve on, because we're always looking to improve.
Well, what do you see the school system can improve on now? What are they, I don't want to say if they're lacking or maybe they're trailing behind on some things for the last 2 years or last year even that you want to focus on this year?
Well, we've done a great job, and you can't believe it, but we're talking 4 or 5 years past the pandemic. But we've done a great job of shoring up and trying to really spiral back and get alleviate the holes that might have been during the pandemic of the learning and stuff. And we feel like we're on a really good trajectory of going forward. That we've got in from the Department of Education new language, English and English standards, basically, and so we're incorporating a new reading program at the lower levels, and the teachers are excited about that, and the principals are, and we're really kind of embracing that. Sometimes when there's change, people kind of tend to lean toward a negative, but we're embracing that, and we've constantly kept the focus on literacy, and we feel like if students know how to not only read but how to write and also are problem solvers, they're going to be much better students in the classroom with paying attention, feeling like they can achieve, and then all the being good students and staying away from absenteeism and discipline problems. And we've seen that over the years, so we just need to continue to keep the gas down and try to be the best we can possibly be and moving forward.
With a new reading program, is it like trying to advance faster? Is it bigger words or smaller words? What does that look like?
Basically, we're trying to get more in depth with understanding, and getting kids their ability to comprehend, and not only kind of memorize and whatnot, words and sounds and stuff, but be able to decode and comprehend as they learn to read, and just giving them the substance behind, basically, just being able to recognize words.
Well, what's the Carrollton City School System doing better than anybody else, or at least as good as the best?
Well, I think we do a great job of really pushing the kids wherever they're at. We have a great community, and these kids come from a lot of different backgrounds, and I think that makes us strong. I think growing up and learning with a lot of different people, I think that makes you more of a well-rounded person. We offer so many things for kids to get involved with. We believe that if a child can follow his passions and what they enjoy and be a part of it at the schools, that they're going to have a better learning career. And so we offer just so many different clubs and activities, performing arts, debate, all the different athletics and everything. We really try hard to give kids opportunities to wear Carrollton across their chest and be proud of going to school, because we all know that growing up, the kids have different motivations, and for a lot of them, it's their extracurriculars and their clubs and different things that brings them joy. That's their social group, that's their friends, and that's what they feel like they're plugged into. So we really want to make those opportunities available to them. And on top of that, hiring really quality staff members, and it's not the easiest place to work because there's a lot of high standards there, and you can go somewhere else and you can coast. You can't coast at Carrollton. We really try from the top down, our school board down. Everybody tries to bring their best every day, and we try to keep a high standard. So we really try hard to hire well and to support the heck out of those teachers, but we ask them to do a lot, and it's because those kids need it.
Last 4 or 5 years, state legislators have mandated some things to do with security. And you guys may have already been ahead of the game when those mandates come down. What does security look like right now at Carrollton?
Yeah, so we've done a great job of keeping up with the security measures that we need to. We also want to be still inviting. We want to be a community school that's inviting to parents. We've implemented where you have to buzz in at the front door, and I appreciate our community and our parents understanding that might hold them up for about 30 seconds for them to be identified at the front door. But we're just trying to be as safe as possible. The other things, we've incorporated LifeSpot into our safety plan, and that's basically an app on your front screen of your phone that if in the event that there was a situation, a terrible situation, that a teacher or any employee on the school campus can hit that app, and it notifies all their colleagues, everyone in the school, and it also notifies all the EMS at one time. So it takes out the communication delay of getting help fast if we need it at the school. And so we've vetted it several times, and we feel very, very confident that alert system will help us if, in fact, we ever have to experience a tragedy situation, a really tough situation, which we pray and we're hopeful we never have to.
You mentioned app. Made me think of this. Do you guys have the app that lets parents know when the bus is coming or where it is?
Yes, we've tried to keep up with the transportation, all the different transportation bells and whistles, to be able to let folks know, that the bus is coming right down the street or whatnot. And I think that's been very helpful for the parents, but also for us to be able to notify parents if the route is a little late, that's, stay with us, don't take them, we're coming. And then conversely, the parents can look on the app and say, okay, it's 3 stops away. We got to get our shoes on and get breakfast.
Just like the Uber Eats app, basically.
Yes, sir.
Or Amazon, something like that.
That's right.
You still with the buses. You guys about 2 years ago, I think you tested using electronic buses. May have just done one. Is that still a test? Or you guys say, it's not worth the cost? Or
well, right now the cost is about 3 times as much, and we're still looking at that. But unfortunately, we were selected to be in a grant situation where we were going to have 3/4 to 80% of the cost covered by the grant for us to do some trial runs with about 6 or 7 buses, electric buses. But that grant is on hold right now, unfortunately, from the federal government. So we're hopeful that we stay in that pool of candidates for that program, and we're hopeful that gets reinstated and that we're able to utilize that grant, because we'd love to have some help with the grant and see how it works, and then we would be open to starting to get some electric buses into our fleet in the future.
All right, Dr. Mark Albertus, our guest on this morning's Community Voice program. We'll take our final break and come back with about 6 minutes talking about the first day of school, Carrollton City Schools, coming up on Friday. More after this. Community Voice brought to you by Tanner Health and Oak Mountain Academy.
Imagine a place where every heartbeat is monitored with the utmost care, where emergencies are met with swift attention, and where cutting-edge technology enables precise and timely treatments. At Tanner Health, every patient's journey is a testament to resilience, a story of strength, healing, and hope. We go beyond treatment to redefine what compassionate care truly means. That's Tanner Health. That's care redefined. Learn more at tanner.org.
Oak Mountain Academy specializes in a customized designed academic approach tailored to meet the needs of our families. Our lower division prepares students with the necessary foundation to build excellence. Our middle division provides students with over 15 course offerings, providing them with opportunities to explore their talents and gifts. Our upper division provides personalized academic journeys, allowing them to achieve their dreams. I'm Patrick Uran, head of school, inviting you to journey with us. For more information, visit us at oakmountain.us, where every path leads to purpose.
8:53, welcome back to the WLBB Community Voice. My name's Colin Worthington. Mark Albertus is my guest, Superintendent of Schools for the City of Carrollton Schools District, and I've been screwing the pooch all morning, apparently. I was wrong as far as when school starts for Carrollton. It does not start this Friday. It starts, 2 weeks from this past Monday.
Yes.
Is when it starts, so I do apologize. I'm sure some parents were freaking out. Oh, my gosh, still haven't bought pencils, and so I do apologize. A week and a half, anyway, for Carrollton City Schools to start. Carroll County Schools start on Friday, and Bremen City Schools start on Friday. I hope I'm right with that, Shannon. But there you go. Hey, we've got about 5 minutes. Anything else that we should know about? I mean, with the coming year, any big changes?
Yeah, we've just completed a middle school addition. So we on the back side of our middle school, as you're driving down Ben Scott, you'll see we have a 2-story addition that the school board was able to bring in to alleviate some of the growth. And our middle school principal, Mr. Eric Simmons, is excited, and his staff is excited. We were able to renovate. Actually, we renovated some areas inside the school. We made the cafeteria much larger, and then also we have been able to bring the band room into the new building, and it's a lot bigger, and it has a lot of state-of-the-art kind of. It was designed to support our growing band program. And then we also have 7 biology science classrooms there with that are updated with all the different things with the science curriculum and everything, and support that. So it gives us a little bit more room, and it just kind of adds to the campus. Also, alongside that, we were able to put dressing rooms for our gym, because that originally was a lower school, but when we switched it over, so we have dressing rooms and locker rooms for our gym. We have a designated wrestling room now for our wrestling program, so we're able to incorporate all of that into the renovations. And then on the backside over toward the elementary school, we are able to turf our softball field, and that's great for the softball program. And Coach Barron's excited about that and everything, but what it also allows us to do is us to be able to use that for PE every day during the school year. So whether it rains or whatnot, we still can get on there and have a place for the middle school students to play PE, and also when they have their commons times, when they have their break times, they can go out there and play soccer and whatnot. And we're just utilizing a space every day rather than just 15, 16 times a year for games, and then also the practice.
You mentioned the science buildings, and I haven't, just thinking about that, I'm thinking about dissecting frogs. Do you still do that? Is that still part of the curriculum?
Yeah, we still do all that, and that's some of the best lessons, the hands-on stuff, because you remember it, don't you?
Oh, yeah. No, I wasn't excited about it either, but yeah, I do remember it. Hey, we've got about 2 minutes. Earlier this year, East Blost was just narrowly approved. I'll say we'll leave it at that. But you guys had plans in there for is it like a pre-K building or
yes,
early
sir.
learner?
So over the course of the last 5 years, our school board has slowly bought some land over on the other side of the bypass, which if the bypass wasn't there, it'd be contiguous with our school systems.
Just wipe it out. Just take it over.
That's right. But it's kind of adjacent to Tabernacle Baptist Church. It's over on Cottage Hill Road, but over where the Bristol Lakes community used to be, we're going to put a pre-K and kindergarten early learning center, and we're in the preliminary stages of gathering ideas about what that looks like, and our board's reviewing those ideas. We've had many of our employees and leaders contribute ideas to that, not only as educational experts, but also from the standpoint of parents and what a parent would want in that school. We really want to create an environment that the students feel good about coming into their educational career and feel good about starting their schooling, but also the parents feel good about it. And then also, it will also alleviate some of the traffic and some of the pressure on our main campus.
All right, Brady, we got 1 minute. You want to say hi to somebody? Or
No, I just want to encourage all the parents to start getting their kids kind of in a schedule in the last week of summer, kind of get their kids kind of primed for getting to bed a little early and starting getting back on a regular eating schedule and everything. We're looking forward we're looking forward to receiving them and getting them back on campus, and we just are excited about this school year, and we're going to have a great year.
And again, it is not this Friday for the Carrollton City Schools District. It is 2 weeks from this past Monday. All right, Doc, thank you for coming out this morning.
Thank you, sir.
Talking good luck for the upcoming school year to you and everybody in the Carrollton City School System. Thank you for watching and listening this morning to the Community Voice, brought to you by Tanner Health and Oak Mountain Academy. It's 9 o'clock.